I want to say hello to New York City. I want to offer welcome to London. Our name is Indianapolis. And thanks to Salesforce, we have arrived. Move over.
Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. If you've been keeping score this week, Indianapolis in particular, knocked it out of the park with tech news. Three major tech stories. Salesforce officially taking the wraps off its regional headquarters in Indiana's tallest building, now Salesforce Tower, and announcing the addition of 500 new local apprentices by 2020. India-based tech giant Infosys selecting One America, that tower in downtown Indy, for its first U.S. tech and innovation hub, with plans to eventually hire 2,000 workers. And MyCOI, a woman-owned cloud-based software company for tracking and managing insurance, moving its headquarters to downtown Indy, adding nearly 200 jobs. For more on what I think is unprecedented tech momentum in Indiana and prospects for growth around the state, please be joined now by Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett and TechPoint CEO Mike Langelier. And gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Glad to be here.
Mayor, you were excited.
Yeah, forgive
Salesforce.
Yeah, forgive the hyperbole, Gary, but I mean, it's just been an incredible week for the city of Indianapolis.
What does that announcement, the Salesforce announcement, regional headquarters, adding 800 jobs to its already 1,600 or so jobs, several hundred apprentices, but so some big impact from an economic standpoint. What does it mean from a visual standpoint to not only Indiana, but to the rest of the world regarding technology?
Well, I'd say it this way. I mean, for a long time, we've called ourselves the best kept secret in technology in the Midwest. I think in the span of 1 week, we've gone from the best kept secret to now the tech capital of the Midwest. And I don't think that's overstating it.
Yeah. So, Gary, just one example of that, when we were in San Francisco yesterday, and the taxi driver, when asked where we were from, and we said Indianapolis, he said, "Oh, isn't that the place that Salesforce and Infosys just opened up offices?" So the word's getting around. That's
great and very important. And you were part of a trip, a trade mission, if you will, of sorts to San Francisco. I want to ask you about. And Mayor, big companies, Salesforce, Infosys, but also MyCOI, adding nearly 200 jobs. That's a homegrown Indiana company. So we're not only seeing the big investment from outside coming in, but beginning to grow some homegrown.
Absolutely. I like to say not only are we encouraging tech like Salesforce and Infosys and Genesis to locate here, but the emerging tech continues at rapid pace.
Yeah. Mike, as you look at this, and you've been a real key part of this for a number of years, your take on this, because there's a lot happening. How important do you see this right now?
I genuinely think this is an inflection point. I think we've been building for the last several years the infrastructure to be able to have the sandbox, as sometimes it's called. But this feels like the pace is picking up, and the players that are coming into this it's really significant.
I want to ask both of you this. One is workforce. Okay, good problem to have, but you've got Infosys, 2,000 jobs, what Salesforce is doing, a lot of these other companies. The market's already tight. Job markets are already tight. How does Indianapolis fill that job demand?
I think one of the things it's going to help us to do is it's going to be the impetus for us to optimize and even reinvent our workforce development pipelines. Getting our universities and colleges and even K-12 system as very closely integrated with industry in ways that it never has before. I think this is going to be an impetus to be able to do that, and it's a great problem to have. And this kind of talent doesn't just sit on the sidelines. So this market for talent is tight everywhere, and in order to build that market, you have to bring together supply and demand in real time, and it's going to be up to us to make it happen.
Mayor, what does Indianapolis have to do to continue to be a city that's attractive, especially to young talent, not just from colleges and universities here, but really all over the world?
Well, we have to continue to provide opportunities as we have been doing, but also the quality of place that we provide, particularly young, talented people, the quality of life that they're able to enjoy here, the amenities that particularly our downtown affords. That's why this administration has put a premium on investing in our neighborhoods so that there are more places and more options for people to live and to work and to play. And I take very seriously seriously that commitment.
Mike, you were part of a trip out to San Francisco this week. Governor Holcomb and a number of business community leaders. Did the tech companies you visited, did they look at you a little differently? Maybe based on everything that's happening?
Yeah, there is. The really interesting thing is the work that we're doing with Infosys and with Salesforce is it's pioneering with them too. So they're choosing Indiana first to be able to build their facilities of this kind and build their work of this kind. And so they're big household names that help to validate the work that we're doing here. And also we're able to, we are collectively able to come alongside them to help them do much of what they're doing for the first time.
We're talking central Indiana, Indianapolis here primarily now. There's action around the state. Talk about that, Mike. Is it important that the entire state gets connected on this tech momentum?
Indeed, and a lot of this ties in with the regional city strategy. We need nodes around the state that are all networked together, and everybody getting really hyper-focused on what are we really good at in each of those different nodes, and then nurturing that. The work that the governor's team and the IEDC has been doing is very important to that. A lot of those are in university towns, and so the work that Purdue and the Foundry is doing, Michael McRobbie was out there on that trip on that panel as well, and so the work that the informatics school and computing school is doing there is really important. So, but we just need to continue to build up those nodes and then network them to the central hub of Indianapolis.
Very quickly, Mayor, can this be part of the brand of Indianapolis?
Yeah, there's no question that technology is going to be part of an integral part of our future. And as we talk about where Indianapolis goes to the next level, I think the branding and the tech growth are going to be critical. All
right, big week in tech, big week, much more coming as well. Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett, Michael Angelo from TechPoint, thank you both. Well, thanks for watching Inside Indiana Business on YouTube. For the latest statewide business news, be sure to visit InsideIndianaBusiness.com and subscribe to our free daily e-newsletters by clicking on the link.